Join me as I dive into the wild world of news coverage and see if I can find out which network does a better job covering Trump and Kamala in the lead up to 2024. The 2024 election is shaping up to be one of the most pivotal moments in American history, with the fate of the country hanging in the balance. And as we all know, the media plays a crucial role in shaping public perception of the candidates. So, which news networks are doing a better job covering Trump and Kamala, and how is that coverage influencing our opinions? There's a growing concern that biased media coverage is eroding trust in our institutions and affecting voters' decisions at the polls. When we tune into our favorite news networks, are we getting a fair and balanced view of the candidates, or are we being fed a skewed narrative that confirms our existing biases? The truth is, it's hard to know what to believe anymore. A recent study found that over 70% of voters are concerned about media bias, and that it's a major factor in their decisions at the polls. This is alarming, because when we allow bias to shape our opinions, we risk losing sight of the real issues that affect our lives. So, what can we do to cut through the noise and get to the truth? We need to be aware of the narratives that are being spun and the language that's being used to sway our opinions. We need to be critical thinkers, seeking out diverse sources of information and holding our favorite news networks accountable for fair and balanced coverage. It's only by doing so that we can make informed decisions at the polls. Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, each of these networks has its own unique spin on the Trump-Kamala showdown. Fox News has been accused of being overly sympathetic to Trump, while MSNBC is often seen as being overly critical. CNN, meanwhile, is trying to strike a balance. But how do these differing narratives affect our perception of the candidates? When we look at specific examples of coverage, it's striking how different the tone and language can be. Fox News often uses words like strong and decisive to describe Trump's policies, while MSNBC uses words like divisive and erratic. Meanwhile, CNN is trying to stick to the facts, but even they can't escape the gravitational pull of their own biases. This gets to the heart of the problem. When our news networks are more focused on scoring ideological points than on reporting the facts, we suffer. We need to demand better from our media, and we need to be aware of the ways in which they're influencing our opinions. But here's the surprising thing: despite all the noise and controversy, there's one area where both Trump and Kamala are getting roughly equal coverage: their policy proposals. According to a recent study, when it comes to actual policy, both candidates are getting roughly the same amount of airtime. So what does this mean? For one, it means that our news networks are still capable of doing actual journalism, even in the midst of all the chaos. But it also means that we need to be paying attention to the ways in which policy is being presented. Are we getting a fair and balanced view, or are we being pushed towards one candidate or the other? In conclusion, the battle of the news networks is a crucial front in the war for our attention and our votes. By understanding how bias works and by demanding better from our media, we can make a real difference in the outcome of the 2024 election. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think biased media coverage is a major problem, or are we just being too sensitive? And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest developments in the 2024 election, be sure to subscribe for more content.